What's up, guys?
Welcome to the book club. Welcome back to the book club.
Yes, welcome back. Wow, that's crazy.
Um, didn't post last week, but
That's okay. We're just gonna move past that and act like that didn't happen
we're moving
because
on.
way to start off strong on the channel.
hmm Um, but yeah, today we were gonna have a little conversation about a series that we both have now finished. Um, let me get these bad boys up here. The Twisted series.
Nice.
Um,
Love.
love, love. Um, so what are your thoughts? So, like, just on the first book. Let's start with book number one, Twisted Love.
Sure, sure.
What are our thoughts?
Well, so like when I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite book out of the series. I think it was a nice
Mhm.
introduction to all the characters, but it definitely wasn't my favorite out of them. I feel like it's kind of like, how do you feel about it now?
Um, I actually really like the first one. We can like rank them all at the end about like our rankings of which book is our favorite and whatever,
Yeah.
but this one I loved. I really loved Alex. He was chef's kiss in my opinion.
Is he your dream man or what?
Um, he might be my favorite Twisted Man.
Wow,
He
that's
might
a
be.
lot.
Might
I
be.
like his last
There's a
name.
close competition. Um,
Mm,
yeah. But I like all the plot twists that were in this one.
yeah,
They were
they
going
have
kind of
good.
crazy with Ava's dad, like, trying to kill her, and then
Ava's
Alex's
dad who
uncle. Crazy.
or the Alex. Yeah, Alex is just a boss, like young, making money. Like
Very protective.
I don't, I don't even like. I don't even
um,
know what to really say about him other than he's just the best kind of douchebag that there is.
mhm.
Like
Like, he starts off as this really, like, you're like at the beginning of the book, you know who the love interest is going to be, because at least I did, because romance novels can get a little predictable.
yes,
However, but the way that he was acting at the beginning of the book, where it was like very emotionless and like not having any of it, and then like the progression into him like opening up to Ava because he just couldn't
he
help himself.
mhm. He had a lot of. He definitely was one that had a lot of character development. I mean, he's still a douche to his friends, but I feel like
Mhm.
later on in the
With
book,
Ava,
he with Ava
the fact that he like gave up being CEO to go to London for a year
for a year.
to try and get her back.
Excited
A year? If somebody fought for me for a year, raps. I
for
am
lifers,
wrapped around
for
their
lifers.
finger. Because a year is literally insane.
Well, at least
Um,
when they got back, he immediately got that job position back. So
yeah.
good for him.
I wasn't expecting any less. Um, and then wasn't this the one where he sang to her at the end of it?
Oh my
He like
gosh, I
never
forgot
sang in
about
front
that.
of everybody? And he just
I
sang in front
forgot
of a
about
whole
that.
bunch of people, sang his little heart out. Oh, loved this book. Loved
But I
this
cannot
book.
believe that's your favorite or one of
I don't
them.
think it's my favorite, but I think it's not my least favorite. I think he's
Yeah,
my favorite man, but I don't think this is my favorite book.
that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if it might be my least favorite or second to least,
hmm
but it's like I said, I still like the characters and it's a good introduction. Just
I
because
feel
like
like we're gonna have very different favorite books.
yeah, I think so.
Um,
What do you rate it on a scale from 1 to 5? I gave this one a 3 star.
I ended up rating this book 4 stars on Goodreads.
Nice.
Alright, moving right along. Book 2.
Mm.
I will let you take over for book 2. Because.
Man, like what can I say? It's just it's really fighting for my number one spot. I just love the characters a lot.
Mhm.
How do you feel about it?
It wasn't my favorite. This might be last place for me. Just.
Last, I
So, I'm thinking that the princess bodyguard trope is just not my vibe. Um, and like I loved Riz. That's how I'm gonna say his name. I don't want any
no.
judgment. I don't want any judgment. None. Riz. That's how we're saying it. I liked his character. I liked that he was an artist. We love an artist. But I don't know. It just wasn't a very memorable book for me. Um,
That's just I'm just the complete opposite. Like I love this book so much, and I think like I call him Rise. I don't know how you say
mhm.
it, but I call him Rise. Him, like I just love his character, how like masculine he is. So when I think of it, I just think of this big old buff dude and
Mhm.
how lucky Bridget is.
Let's get a rating on this one.
I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 star for the book, but I'm gonna give Rise a 5 star.
I this book I gave a 4 on Goodreads, but I'm giving it like a 3.5
Mm.
for more accurate rating. Um, yeah, it wasn't a very memorable book for me. It had some good scenes in it.
Yes, some
But
very, very good
very good
scenes.
scenes.
Good. Agreed.
But yeah. Moving right along.
I already know this one.
I love
I already know
her.
this one. You love it.
I love her. This one, enemies to lovers, a doctor and like a lawyer, strong, powerful female main character. I love Jules. I love Jules.
I love
Um,
her personality for sure.
yes, like the quick-witted, like I love the like banter in this book. Love. Um, I think I don't know. I just like their dynamic a lot. Um, and I like their stories and every. Obviously, we know like for the most part we know Josh's story based on Ava's story because
Ava.
Josh is
Uh-huh.
Ava's brother. Um, but like Jules's story is so like interesting and like the way that she had like rebranded herself from like what her past was like
Hmm.
and like she wanted to be independent and like on her own like financially good like strong powerful woman. Love that. Love her.
She did that. She
um
really built herself up.
yeah. um
I just, I don't know about Josh. Like, I like his character. He's funny. I think him and Jules are literally perfect for each other.
mhm.
I just, like I said, maybe it's just because I'm leaning more towards the masculine, like super
Yeah,
masculine character. Josh is masculine, but not like,
you like
when I picture Josh, I don't picture this, big old buff dude. I picture this like skinny little twig doctor with dark
yeah,
hair.
yeah,
That's how I think of him.
that's fair. I feel like the rest of the guys in this, so it's like an interconnected series, so like the same type of vibe as Priest where everyone is kind of woven in through the books, but I feel like all the men are like black cat men, whereas like Josh is like golden retriever vibes, and
Yeah.
then Jules is like the black cat vibe in that like, and then the scenes in this book.
There was quite a few good ones, I say. I
This,
think
the
the first time really did it for me. The
yes,
first scene. That was a really good one.
yeah, this book. I gave this book 5 stars.
I would give this book a 4 star. I'm pretty sure that's what I rated it on Goodreads. It's either that or 5. Let me look.
Yeah, this book is for sure 5 stars for me.
I
Um,
rated this one. Yeah, I rated it a 4.
and
Moving on.
bring it to a close. This one I also love.
Yes.
This book
Yes.
was so good. So good.
Christian, love it.
Yeah, he might
You know,
be him and Alex are like my top two for like twisted men.
mine are Ryzen Christian.
I
The
just Christian's vibe. Like
the only thing that I will say that bothered me a little bit is that it literally felt almost like it was like 50 Shades of Grey, like the movie. Because,
hmm
first of all, his name is Christian. And then there was a scene that literally happened in 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe not in the
really?
same setting, the boat scene with the ice cube.
Oh.
That literally happened in 50 Shades of Grey. So they went on a boat. They were in Christian Grey's penthouse. But it's just like, when I thought of that, I was like, okay, that is not like super original because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure this book came out after the movie. So
Yeah,
I
for
was like,
sure.
and it's still good. It just
I didn't even
really gave
clock that,
it
to
gave
be
that
honest. So,
really. There was a few
yeah.
times I was like, is this literally? Did I literally watch this as a movie? But I still loved it.
Um,
I still loved it.
yeah. I liked that it was more slow burn than the other books. Like the other
Yes.
books, you were texting me about this. You were so mad. You were like, I'm halfway through the book and they haven't even kissed yet. And I was like, girl, it's coming. Like,
Yes, but I
just
will say
wait.
because it waited so long, there
hmm
wasn't as many, as
Yeah.
these other ones. And like, but the first time they like really interacted, like when she was at
hmm
the modeling thing, that was a 10 out of 10. I really loved how that went down for sure.
hmm
But it took so damn
Yeah.
long to do that.
See, I liked it though. I liked the slow burn and how it was building tension like the whole
Anticipation.
time. Like,
Because I was in bed next to Elijah and I'm reading and reading and reading. And he's like, when are you going to stop? I'm like, dude, I'm literally here thinking that they're going to kiss or something and nothing's happening. I have to keep reading until I get to a chapter that something happens.
hmm
I did like that because it really makes you be like, oh my gosh, like I have to keep going, I have to keep
yeah.
going. So I like that.
Um, and then like once you're getting to like the end of the book, like these last like it starts wrapping up all of the other couples and like where they went from there. Like they got married and had 2 kids. Bridget and Riz got married and had a kid. Josh and Jules get engaged, and then like further down the line, they get married and get pregnant. Like it, I like how it like
And
ties everything together at the end of it.
yeah, I like that he was like a really, really protective, rich
Yeah.
guy.
hmm
It's just, when I'm over
Money
here
men.
driving and I see, yes, it is. Like when I'm over here driving and I see like this, there's this really tall like apartment building by me. It looks really crazy, like really nice, and it has
hmm
like those balconies that they're not even called balconies. They're called something else. But I like immediately think of a penthouse and I'm like, that's where Christian would live. That's
That's where
literally what I
Christian would
think.
live. Yeah. This one is a contender for my number one spot, but I don't think this one gets my number one.
Mm.
Um, hold on.
I gave this book a 5 star.
This one you gave a 5 star?
Hmm.
I also gave this one a 5 star. Um, even though they weren't my favorite like couple or like my favorite like trope necessarily, I loved the slow burn. I loved the vibe that they both gave, and I loved like the way that it wrapped everything up at the end. I love that at the end of it you do get to like get closure about the rest of the couples. But yeah.
And like all
Um,
of these guys come together and and
yeah.
like when you're looking back, you couldn't picture Rise at first, like having a kid or even just
Yeah.
being with somebody. So knowing that like they actually started a family is crazy.
Hmm.
Even Christian, he's a little crazy in
Yeah.
the head.
Mm.
Also, how did Christian get away with murder?
Alex did too.
Yeah, but that was kind of like he kind of ate though. So it's like fine because it's like
It's the money
he
men.
did
They
he
can get away with
kidnapped.
it.
I guess so because like, his uncle kidnapped them. So I was thinking more like maybe they're more lenient with Alex. Christian is over here just beating the crap out of people.
For funsies.
Yeah, for funsies. He said, "Oh, I'm mad." Like that's crazy.
Billionaires, man. Um, yeah, I loved the series. And I know that Anna Huang, is that how you say it? I don't know.
Is it
But
not
this
Hound?
author,
Is it?
like this interconnected series she has, and then her next one, I know that in the first book, they mention the guy from the first book in the last book of this series. I think his name is Dante.
He's in the last book as well, I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
because I it's the King of Wrath series and whatnot. I bought
yeah.
the first three books and I'm gonna start reading them shortly. So
Hmm.
that's coming up for me because I just like
Yeah.
her writing style. I also really like that it was it switched characters like from their
Yeah, like the dual
perspective.
POV.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was nice.
I like in this series because it's an interconnected series, like we were saying. But I like how this author interconnects her other series with these. Like how
Yeah.
she's interconnecting this one and the King of Sin series with the
Mhm.
first guy of that series being in the book with the last of this series. Um,
That makes me want to get up and start reading it, but I literally haven't finished saying yet. I've been just so
yeah,
busy with other things that I haven't been able to even finish my same book. So
I'm
I'm going
pushing
to.
through
I'm
fourth
really
wing.
gonna.
I'm pushing
I'm
through fourth
trying.
wing.
We'll
Um,
do it. We'll do it eventually.
yeah, fourth wing. When I finish it, I'm gonna start the second one, which is right up here. Um, but I probably won't talk too much about it until you read it, because
Oh gosh. Okay.
I want you to read it so you know, like, what's going on, and then we can have a more in-depth conversation
Okay.
about it.
Okay. I'll try to do that. I just a little bit distracted by my lovey-dovey book, but
Yeah.
I'll try.
Back to Twisted Series real quick. What would be your overall rating for this series?
Oh, I would probably give it. Honestly, I would give it a 4 star.
I was gonna go like 4.5.
Yeah. It's close to a 5. I honestly I could put it to a 5 because of the dual POV,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's good if you're really into that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think to be a 5-star series, you gotta really stick with me.
I
Like,
mean, those books definitely stuck with me,
yeah,
but
they're sticking, but like I wouldn't go
maybe we'll
out and
come
get a
across
tattoo about
different
it.
ones.
So,
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
all right, guys. I think now that we've rated all the, actually, we do have one more thing to do, and then
Ooh.
we will say goodbye. We have to rank the books from favorite to least favorite.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think I've got my ranking. I'll let you do yours first.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I don't know. Okay, I'll say one because I fell in love with it first because it was the second one. So Twisted Games is going to be my number one. But Twisted Lies is real close.
Close
Like
second for you.
they're like twins almost. Like
Mm-hmm.
and then I would go Twisted what a Twisted Hate. Yep. And then Twisted Love. Great.
We have a very, very different order. I guess it's not that different. It's a little different.
It
My
is.
number one has to be Twisted Hate. Enemies to Lovers will never disappoint me. It will get me every single time. Number two, very close second. Very close. Is gonna have to be Twisted Lies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Twisted Love. Because I just love it. And then Twisted Games is last for me.
Damn! That's crazy. Yeah, we are completely opposite, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We also
It's
like
good.
we also
It's
like
good to
a
have
different
different.
type.
Yeah.
We also like different type of men, so
Yeah. Very different.
I could do it.
But yeah, now that we've rated the series and the books and everything, very good series. 10 out of 10 recommend if you're a romance lover.
Mm-hmm. Or even if it's
Um,
like, even if you want to start getting into romance, I feel like this is a good place to start. Like I did,
yeah.
and I loved it.
hmm
What got me hooked on them.
And it'll ease you into longer romance books too, because the first one is obviously pretty short, and then you get into the last one, it's a little bit bigger.
But it goes by so fast.
Yeah. All right. I think that wraps it up for us today then.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Um, subscribe, like,
Leave a
all.
comment if you will.
Tell us other things to talk about if you guys want to hear about more than just books. Can spill some tea or something. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
And thanks for tuning in to the book club.
We will hopefully see you next week if all goes well. Peace out.
Deuces.